What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Off the Dribble with my co-host Aashrith. We're back at it again. We took not really a break, but we just kind of wanted to let the March Madness run its course after the Elite Eight, and then kind of recap that and the Final Four. And we'll also do some little bit of NBA talk, give you guys our MVP ballot as the NBA season is getting to a close. But we'll kick the episode off by just starting off with probably one of the craziest March Madness
Yeah.
games that we probably watched, the UConn versus Duke. Obviously, UConn won that game with a insane buzzer beater three. Not really a buzzer beater. It was 0.3 seconds left on the clock, but a game winner three from the logo. I should do a start. What are your thoughts from the game? What did you see, and what do you expect from UConn in the Final Four?
Yeah, me and Shravan were texting this whole game. And I was telling him, like, Dan Hurley has another run in him, I think. Like, it was when they were down 19. Like, Dan Hurley had another run in him, maybe. Maybe they cut it to like 10 or 9, but I think Duke blows it up after that. And like it kept going like 9, 11, 7, 9, 11, 7. And then like I'm forgetting who hit the three. I think it was Solo Ball hit a three to cut it to 4. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. This is gonna get kind of interesting.
Yep.
But I mean, like they got lucky because the Demery dude, he missed the free throw. I thought it was over after that, as it should have been. And a lot of people are giving Caden Boozer a lot of shit, right?
Yeah.
And yes, he should have held on to the ball. But if you look at the sideline, John Shire is telling him to pass the ball up ahead.
Yeah.
And like he did, again, he should have held on to it. He should have just gone fouled. But I think the more criminal mistake in all of that is Isaiah Evans, bro. How
Not
do you
putting
get
your hand
your hand
up.
up? Like he just watched it. Like he didn't even think to like contest it. He just saw the championship go away from his eyes.
Yeah.
And his Instagram handle is get a hand up.
Hand up.
Crazy. So I honestly, I don't know if it's a hot take. I think Caden Boozer did make a mistake, but I think Isaiah Evans, like in my opinion, made a bigger one. Because if you look at what Caden Boozer is seeing, like he's seeing two teammates wide open that would have ran out the clock. That would have
Very
ended.
wide open. And I mean, if you really think about it, Caden Boozer isn't a great like. I mean, he was 6 for 6 from the line, but he's not known to be a good shooter or anything like that. Isaiah Evans is statistically the best free throw shooter. So if he's that wide open, like in the heat of the moment, I don't really blame him for trying to get the ball to your best free throw shooter. Again, like college rules are, you have 10 seconds left to bring the ball up, not 8 seconds. So if they just stayed in the backcourt, not like they would have forced their turnover or anything, but like I understand the thought process behind him. I agree. I don't think it's entirely his fault that they lost that game.
Yeah, and we discussed this off the pod too, but the press getting all in his face after that, like come on.
Apparently, like he like punched something in the locker room, and then he was like his hand started bleeding. And he had like a bunch of blood on his shirt. He was like covering his hand the whole time. It's kind of crazy, bro. I don't. Also, it's not NBA players. They're not like 24, 25-year-old people.
He's
They're
18,
bro. It's his first year in college. I get that they're getting paid now. Like he might be making six figures NIL money, but like still, he's 18 years old. Just lost a crazy game. It's pretty disappointing to see them do that.
And I guess if you want to discuss the game and like I wasn't too impressed by what I saw from Cam Boozer. I'm not gonna lie. This whole tournament, I think in this game he played pretty well, but I don't like he should have taken this game over when it was like when there was a 19-point lead and he started seeing him come back. That should have been him demanding the ball, bro.
Yeah.
And I didn't see that from him. I don't know if you disagree.
He had a pretty good game. Like he was like the reason that they went up. Obviously, like he was pretty efficient from the field. Again, like I agree as a top like 2 or 3 pick, like you want to get the ball in these end of the situations. But I feel like the way UConn was playing too, they were fronting him a lot. It's kind of hard, and the way he plays, like. This is another thing people think he shouldn't get drafted as high is because he's a post-up player and that the league is moving away from post-up players. I think he has the body for it to translate in the NBA, in my opinion.
I think he has a better phase of giving people give him.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about that, but like getting the ball with that physical defense, like Taurus Reed is a really big dude. Like it's hard to kind of front somebody that big when you get a switch like that. So it's obviously a little blame that he didn't get the ball, but I feel like the coaching staff should also
Yeah, for sure. We'll get to John Shire.
Well, not just put him in the post, put a hand up, and like expect your guards to throw him the ball in the post. That's not really like like we do that a lot with like Julius Randle, like comparatively. Like it doesn't work, especially when the game is close and defenses are like focusing on one player. But main takeaway for me is I think Braylon Mullins, he didn't have like a crazy good game, but we talked about this. I think we texted about this during the UCLA game. He hit a couple threes in the beginning of that game, and his shot wasn't falling before that game. I think he was in a little bit of a slump. Like he did, like kind of forgot how to shoot the ball. In all honesty, before that, and like you texted me, you were like, dude, like if he sees his shot falling, like this team can maybe make a run. And his shots slowly started to fall as the tournament went on. Like he was making some timely buckets, and even in the games before, and then. But the way he's shooting the ball now, you have two more wins to go and win the championship. I think he's a key player for them with the way he's shooting.
Yeah, and we'll discuss. I think people are underestimating UConn a bit even after that win. We'll discuss what we think about how far they go. Yeah. But to stick in this game, I really think that game was coaching at the end of the day. Like Agreed. that was Dan Hurley showing why he is truly the best coach in college basketball. Like again, he's never not covered the spread past the Sweet 16 in his tenure at UConn. He's only lost once in the tournament in the past 4 years. Yeah, like he's speed running a top 5 coach of all time resume, and he's about 2 national championships away from me putting him around that 5th place. He's in a different realm right now. And Jon Scheyer, I think people are going a little too hard on him. It's only his 4th year coaching. Krzyzewski didn't win until his 11th year. Wooden didn't win until his 18th year. Like people had to give him some time, but he was thoroughly outcoached. And to be honest, he's been outcoached a lot this tournament. Like Siena, he admitted McNamara outcoached him. Like TCU, he was getting outcoached until the last 5 minutes when his players realized they could just get the ball and score. And anyone on TCU sucks. And Pitino honestly had him, bro. In the St. John's game. So I haven't been too impressed with Scheyer. I think he might. I mean, we can discuss that later too. I have a hot take, but I think this game was won by coaching.
I mean, even last year, if you look at the tournament too, like certain things that happened, like the Houston game, for example, like they were up. Like that's a game you should have won as well, in my opinion. Up 15, and like you're up 6 even with like 30 seconds left in the game, and you let them like win, not even going to overtime. You just let them win the game. Like it's kind of like a repetition in this like critical game. But I agree, it's maybe something to look at, but I doubt that they move on from him.
What do you think about him moving on from them?
You think he would? I don't think they would, because don't they have like a crazy recruit coming in?
Dude, their recruiting class is worse than Maryland's next year, and like, but Maryland is 8th in the country, so we're pretty good next year. But they're below. They're not in the top 10.
It's like some Williams dude or something like that. I don't know if he's on the team right now. Actually,
I think they might have maybe one player, but their recruiting class is pretty light next year.
Yeah, I mean, the UNC job is open. That would be kind of crazy for him to go and take the UNC job. But
I'm talking a level higher.
Oh, in the NBA? You think he could coach in the NBA? I don't.
I think here's my theory, right? I think Billy Donovan to UNC is super possible.
Yeah.
And Jon Scheyer is Chicago. Like,
what would be like the thought process behind an NBA coach to move? I wouldn't, again, like it's UNC, it's such a reputable program, but you're still moving down from like a professional to college. So like, what would the thought process
from Billy Donovan perspective?
Yeah.
He's one of the greatest college coaches of all time.
Yeah.
And the NBA obviously hasn't panned out for him.
Yep.
So I think the ego on him, I think he would walk in as like, Dan Hurley's really earned my respect now. So I think he'd walk in as the second best coach in the sport. I think that would mean a lot to him maybe. And sort of like reestablishing, because all the new gen fans like you and me really never really saw Billy Donovan dominate, right?
Yeah.
Like Florida won the national championships in like the late 2000s.
Yeah,
we were a bit too young. So like again, like he wants to retire with his name back at the top. He's a Hall of Famer. Like I think that's why UNC top 5 job in the country. I think that makes sense. True. But I think Jon Scheyer to Chicago, they started floating this out last year after they lost to Houston and he shut it down. I think Jon Scheyer is clearly really good at man managing. Maybe he's not too good at in-game situations. I think NBA is a lot of like the in-game stuff is kind of delegated to assistant coaches. 100%. And a lot of the head coach job is more man managing. and no, he doesn't be out of the trail, no NIL, no all that BS. He's essentially just like everyone's playing on the same level playing field. I think it could be more appealing to him to maybe go to the NBA. I don't know. He probably stay at Duke, but I think it's like a 10% chance.
That's not a bad take. If that happens, you called it first.
I don't know. It'll be interesting.
I mean, with the Chicago ties and like you said, putting the Billy Donovan part in perspective, it does make a little sense.
I think Billy Donovan's gonna leave.
100%.
Because he left us because he said he didn't want to do a rebuild, and he's been stuck in fucking Chicago. Like
And
this
he
isn't
got
a job for a 65-year-old.
He just waived one of his players that's having like a mental crisis.
Yeah, he's prayers for Jaden Ivey, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, religion is the last thing you should be thinking about right now.
Yeah, but
prayers, bro.
Yeah.
But we can move on to the final four matchups. These are two great games going to be on Saturday. We can start with the first one, which is the aforementioned UConn versus the Fighting Illini. Illinois upset Houston and then beat Iowa pretty handily, and now they're going to go against UConn. What do you think about this one?
I think this is going to be a good game. My heart is telling, well, my brain is telling me to pick UConn as the smarter pick, but I don't know. I think Illinois can come out. I'm a fan of Keaton Wagler. He has the ability to score in bunches, score a lot really quickly, and I think against a team like UConn that can go on runs when they're down, you need somebody like Keaton Wagler that can kind of level the storm. Their supporting cast is playing great too. Mirkovic, Stojakovic, they're all playing really, really good basketball right now in the perfect time. They have a good coach. Like Tommy Lloyd is a great coach. I think like having a good coach means something. Again, like Illinois, they haven't really done too much in the tournament in the last couple of years. So it's kind of a new setting for like everybody on the team. But I think if they get it done against this UConn team that's been on a run like they have, it would be a statement win for them.
Yeah, I think any of these four teams can win the national championship.
Yeah,
I think it's a great Final Four, dude. I think I'm kind of opposite to you. I think we're gonna end up in the same pick, but I think I'm kind of opposite in that my heart is telling me pick UConn for like the crazy story, but I think the smarter pick here might be Illinois, bro.
I don't know. I feel
their
like
offense is crazy.
Yeah,
it's so efficient, and I don't know if UConn can really keep up. Like you said, Keaton Wagler, Stojakovic is actually playing really well. He kind of sucked in the Big Ten regular season, but in the tournament and in the Big Ten tournament, he's pretty good. In this tournament, he's really good. Mirkovic, great, bro.
I also said the wrong coach's name. I said fucking Arizona's coach. I was talking about Underwood, not Tommy.
Oh yeah.
That was a mistake on my part.
Yeah. We'll talk about Tommy Lloyd in the next game. But I don't know. I just don't know if UConn has the personnel to be able to keep up with Illinois, especially if Illinois is playing good defense. Because if they're playing good defense, dude, it could be national championship time in Illinois.
Yeah, because they were known to be like one of the best offenses in the country throughout the season, and their defense has really, really stepped it up, and their offense also hasn't really slowed down. So
yeah,
put both of those together, it's a very hard team to beat.
Yeah, but I also just can't bet against Dan Hurley anymore. Like this game, I'm not gambling on. I'm just gonna watch it. Like, there's no way. But the next game after that is Arizona versus Michigan. This is the expected matchup, I guess. I had Iowa State, but this is the expected matchup. The 1 versus 1, like it's very chalk and ends up very chalk. Who do you have in this one?
I am gonna go Arizona here. This is like not like that good of a pick. I think a lot of people expect Michigan to win this game. I don't understand like why people are so. I think the rosters are not as far apart as people really think. Like Arizona has a really, really good team, in my opinion.
Is that an opinion?
I don't even think it's people think. I think some
people
are very like heavily like favoring Michigan, in my opinion.
No, bro, I saw Michigan was 1.5 point favorites, and I was shocked, bro. I thought Arizona would be favored this game. Arizona's a better team.
The only thing that Arizona doesn't have going for them is that they absolutely. I don't think they've made it past the Sweet 16 in the tournament. I'm pretty sure they haven't.
This is Tommy Lloyd's first.
So that's a little scary. Again, it's like Dusty May's second Final Four.
Yeah. With FAU.
So like That's a little scary on my end. Like the state of Arizona in general has never had good sports luck. They've always been a pretty bad like state with for sports. They've had like really decent teams and never goes their way. But I like their roster. Braden Burry's great scorer. Koa Pete, I think will be a good matchup against Yaxel. Like you need a big body that can kind of stand him up. And Koa's a good defender. He's athletic. He's agile. He can do a lot of things. I mean, their starting five is like incredible. They play together really well. They're defensive minded, they're offensive minded. Like I don't really think that team has a weakness in them. And you go towards Michigan side, I've been standing on it. Like I know Cadeau's probably had a decent tournament, but like playing in a Final Four game, I don't really know how he's gonna play in like that big of a game.
You're a hater?
Yeah, man. I've been a Cadeau. He can't really shoot. He doesn't shoot the ball properly. He's like I don't know. He's just not that, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think he's like league worthy or anything, but I don't know. I don't think he's that bad. I have Arizona too. I was trying to really think about a reason to pick Michigan because
my only reasoning would be that Yaxel's such a complete player, and he's like been in college basketball for 6 years. But like again, you have a team they're such a good team, Arizona.
And Arizona's the healthiest team. I think that's what it comes down to, really. Like Braden Burry is going to be a top 10 pick. Koa Peak going to be a top 15 pick.
Yep.
Jaden Bradley, Big 12 Player of the Year. Like they have the European dude Krivas. He's really, really good. Mm-hmm. Like they have Karchenkov is also really good. Like they have tons of pieces. Obviously, Michigan, you can list the players too, but like Michigan fans for some reason hate Ade Mara. I know he had a bad game like 2 games ago, but
didn't he have a really good game before that?
I think he's incredible, bro. Like, I think he's really, really, really good.
The recency bias he'd just be eating everyone.
Yeah, but Arizona's roster is so stacked. Like I just don't know. I just don't know if Michigan can keep up. It's gonna be a great game, and I think
I agree.
I think Tommy Lloyd might win this one. I think.
Yeah, I think this will be a win that ups his resume a little, and then if they can go out there and win a national championship, that would be amazing for that program.
Yeah, but Arizona, I just feel like I know I just picked them. I just feel like they're gonna choke though. I don't know why. Like it just doesn't. Arizona the national doesn't sit right.
Arizona thing to do.
Yeah, it doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem right. But if that's all for college, we can transition to the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
The hottest topic right now is the MVP battle. Everyone seems to have an opinion. Everyone seems to have a case. I'll definitely be giving mine. But how about we just go with our ballot? We can give like sort of analyses about each candidate. We can just go 5 through 1.
Yeah.
And we can discuss each player. I think we're gonna end up having similar lists because we just watch basketball together. But at number 5.
At number 5, you can start off with number 5.
I have Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. I also have JB at number 5.
Yeah.
He's not number 1. He's not number 2. He's not number 3 for anyone saying that he is. Got to get that out of the way.
Yeah.
I do know, like, I think the discourse around him being number 1 for MVP has probably slowed down a little bit maybe in like over the week or so.
Dude, it's right after he beat OKC, it didn't go as high as I thought it would. Like,
yeah,
I was shocked that it didn't happen more after that.
I think the return of Tatum like looming during that time too. Like, I think that like probably like doesn't help his case. And now Tatum's back, so like he's like that kind of like all the news attention and media is like now with him coming back from Achilles. So and plus, like, I mean, we both said it. It's not like he's had a good season, but it's not a him thing that they're doing like this good. It's you got to give more credit, in my opinion, to the coaching staff than you should be giving to him as the MVP.
And bro, by the way, we put him 5th on our fucking MVP ballot. Like we're saying he's been the 5th best player of the season. That's not like
that's not bad at all, bro. Like
if you asked me last year if Jaylen Brown had finished in the top 5 of the MVP race at any point in his career, I said no. So like this is respect. Like this guy's going way. I mean.
I don't even think he was like top 50. Maybe was a top 15 player on NBA's list last year. I'm not too sure. Probably wasn't even top 15 on NBA's list. So like being top 5 in MVP means you're the 5th best player in the league. So I think that's a compliment.
Yeah, of course. And like this guy's going too crazy now, bro. Like such a whiner. I shouldn't be hating when I'm calling him the 5th best candidate, but he's such a whiner, bro. Like you're just not as good as the 4 people above you. Like that's exact. And unfortunately, in my opinion, you never will be. Mm-hmm. But like maybe he could prove me wrong. People didn't think Shea would MVP. So
We'll see.
But number 4, damn, this is like tough. I'm like doing this. These two I'm doing on the spot. I'm gonna go Luca at
Yeah,
4.
I have Luca at 4.
Again, I'm calling him fourth. Like everyone's saying Luca should win MVP, bro. And again, I just don't understand it because for October, November, December, January, February, nobody had this opinion. Like Luca's name wasn't even in the top 5 of the odds for the award on any of those months.
Dude,
And
I was just looking at his stats, bro. Since March 10th, it's been
he's
kind of
averaging 40, 10, and 9, bro. Yeah, it's crazy.
wow.
His numbers have been ridiculous. But like again, everyone can have a hot month.
Mhm.
But to put that in your MVP candidacy, again, his numbers right now are quite similar, besides the scoring, are quite similar to Jokic's season averages.
Mhm.
So again, we're penalized, and Jokic is going to be quite high on this list for both of us. So again, he's a great player. He's a top 5 player in the league. He's one of the best scorers of all time, but I don't think he's had a better like start to finish year than any of the 3 candidates above.
Agreed. Like I think what you just said, like start to finish, is the main thing. Like MVP isn't just like, oh, like you do good for you do good for 1 week, you're an MVP now. You do good for 1 week, you're this person's MVP. Like it's a full season award. Like you got to take into consideration how consistent someone's been too. Um, and that's obviously like Luka's been great, but hasn't been as consistently great as like the other players on the list.
Yeah. And bro, like defense is just a foreign
Yeah.
language. Like it's again, I'm not saying that you have to be a fantastic like Harden wasn't a good defender, but
Yeah.
Harden's team that year won 66 games. So
Yep.
there was a wins argument there. This guy's going to finish like 15 games or 10 games behind whoever finishes in first between the Spurs and the Thunder. So,
Agreed.
yeah. So we'll go to number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3, I had Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, number 3, I also have Jokic. So we had the same exact list.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, this is like, I think Jokic starting to get underrated, in my opinion, a little bit. I think, dude, in February is like peak glaze, low key.
Yeah.
And then people really reverted back with like the Europeans moved from Jokic to Luka like really fast.
Mhm.
And then Jokic got a lot of like hate. And the most recent one going on right now is like his assists are like really fake. I don't know if you've seen these clips. Like some of them are really bad, not gonna lie. Like some of them are like he threw a fast break pass to Jamal Murray, who dribbled around 3 defenders and just been moved to a layup, and they gave Jokic the assist. I'm like, okay, come on, that's a little stretch.
Yeah.
But to diminish him as a player because of that is nuts. Because everyone in the league gets the exact same treatment. It's not like they're just doing it to just Jokic's assists.
Mhm.
And again, he's an entire offense like walking around. Like his IQ, his ability to see the field, see the floor, dissect it, like create looks for everyone around him. Like he's an incredible rebounder. He probably has the best feel around the glass I've ever seen. But at the end of the day, for me, if he played enough games, I think he finished second in my opinion. But he just didn't play enough games for me. And the center he's right behind has just won like way more games. So
Yeah.
And again, underrated thing, but Jokic is 13 and 17 in clutch games that he's played this season. So I'm gonna pass it to he's gonna be third.
I agree with like everything you said. The fake assists are kind of ridiculous in my opinion. Like I think that's kind of dumb. This is like his best. I think this is the most assists he's averaged since he's been in the league, if I'm not mistaken. 10.8 per game.
Lead the league. First player ever to lead the league in rebounds and assists.
Yeah. So like he's obviously doing something right. And you said it, he's their offensive hub. Like in my opinion, like Murray is a great basketball player. I don't think Murray would be as effective as he is if he didn't have Jokic on the floor. I mean, Murray did have a great month when Jokic was like injured and everything, but like having Jokic on the floor helps everyone on that team. Again, Aaron Gordon, like he was not that kind of player in Orlando, and he is a much better player than he was in Orlando when he's in Denver. And why? Because Jokic helps him out so much with just the gravity and like the ability to find his teammates and put them in open spots. But there's another aspect of the game, which is defense, like you said. Also, sometimes he does turn the ball over a lot, in my opinion.
Really bad month. He's had a really bad month.
They're like lazy turnovers, and it's, in my opinion, it's kind of like uncharacteristic for him like to do it that consistently. Turnovers have been there as part of his game, especially with somebody that has the ball so much, but it's been a little bit more frequent and consistent now. But again, third best player in the league. Not really don't have anything to say bad about it. So
yeah, he's great, bro. How about you start with number 2 because I've been giving a lot of the first analysis.
Number
Yeah,
two for me is Wemby. I think it's pretty obvious why the Spurs. I think both of us didn't expect the Spurs to be a second seed this year.
Not at all.
I don't really remember where I had them in my preseason
I had him
standings.
6th.
Yeah, I think I maybe had them in the play-in 7 or 8, somewhere around there. But impressive season by them, and it's definitely because of Victor
100%.
Wembanyama, who's gonna go out and win Defensive Player of the Year. Well deserved, 100%.
Unanimously, not even a question.
Easily, Defensive Player of the Year, and even like offensively, I think his shot selection has gotten a lot better from within one season. He does still take too many threes, in my opinion. Like you're 7'6", bro. Like get in the paint a little bit more, but he makes them, so it's fine. But one thing that I harped on him about a lot last year was shot selection. And as the season went on, like I said that there's ways to guard him like physically, but he's slowly figured out like how to get to his spots earlier in the shot clock when the team needs a bucket. And come to playoff time, like that's something you really need. And if he's getting more used to it, coming closer to playoff time, that makes that team a lot more scarier in my opinion. The only thing I don't like is that he does something and then they'll post the most whack highlight ever. Like the other day they post Aashrith sent me a Twitter post. It was him running someone off the 3-point line, and then they just like didn't take the shot and they ran back away. Like a lot of centers, there's like a couple centers in the league.
That happened like 6 times in the Knicks game yesterday, bro.
Yeah,
this guy's not Jesus.
People see Chet, they do the same thing. People see Rudy, they don't take the shot. They don't even attempt the shot. They'll move back to the 3-point line. But again, he's a generational defender by all means. But
100%.
I think some plays he does that are just get a little overhyped because there's defenders that are also really good to do the same thing, but I think 2 is deserving for him.
Yeah, I mean everyone kind of probably knows why I've won. So yeah, Wemby I have 2. Again, he's a great player, bro. Yeah. But you gave a lot of positives. I'm just gonna give a little bit of negative.
Mm-hmm.
He's played like 170 less minutes this season than LeBron.
Agreed.
And LeBron's not eligible for awards, and he's going to win Defensive Player of the Year, and he might win the MVP.
Mm-hmm.
So I think minutes
on the ladder right now.
He's number 1 on the ladder right now. Yeah, that ladder is
retarded.
Yeah, BS, but like I don't, Anyways, I think Wemby's a great player. I do think we're starting to get to a point where maybe he's becoming a tad bit overrated.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think. And we were actually going to do this list on a different episode, and we can sort of discuss it now. But Nick Wright, broadcaster on First Things First, said that Wemby isn't a top 10 offensive player in the league. And we can obviously think of the 5 that are better than him, like Luka, Shea, Jokic, and Cade. But after that, he was giving names like Halliburton and Devin Booker, which I don't disagree with. But like Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid are all like still, I think, better offensive players than Wemby.
I agree.
And again, he's averaging 24 points a game. Like that would be the lowest to win the MVP since Steph the first time, and that team was the runaway 1 seed, and it was like super unexpected they even got there. So I mean, if he gets the 1, I'll understand maybe him passing Shea. But both of us have Shea 1. So I'll just segue this into Shea. But like it was Shea versus Jokic to start, and then it becomes Shea versus Cade. And then it becomes Shea versus Wemby. And then it becomes Shea versus Jaylen Brown. And then it becomes Shea versus Luka. Maybe the whole time it's Shea. Maybe the whole time the person you're comparing him to is probably the guy who should probably win it.
Win the award, yeah.
Why are you comparing it? He's allowed to win it, bro.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, obviously you have Shea 1. We have the most wins in the league. He's been the best clutch player in the league. Like when he has bad games shooting the ball, he can still impact the game defensively and like through playmaking, like he did against the Timberwolves, like he did against Chicago 2 nights ago when he couldn't shoot the ball. He was still impacting the game on the defensive end, 2 blocks, 3 steals. He's a true two-way player who also has scored 20 points in 132 straight games.
Yeah.
So like he leads the league in like most advanced metrics. The other half would be Jokic. Like he's, in my opinion, the best player in the league. Wemby is going to win tons of MVPs, tons of Defensive Player of the Years. He's going to truly round into form, I think, next year. They might even take win the championship, whatever.
Mhm.
But there's levels to this. This guy's
Yeah.
been doing this the whole season. Again, the Wemby's came on strong since February. Lucas came on strong since March. Jokic has fallen off since then. Jaylen Brown. But I think the person who's just been doing it all along should probably end up winning the award.
I agree. I think like voter fatigue and all of that, in my opinion, is just so dumb. Like if somebody's playing basketball and they're playing the best basketball in the league, like there shouldn't really be any discourse as to why they shouldn't get the award. It shouldn't be, oh, he won it last year. You shouldn't like this. I really don't see the whole point in that. I feel like there's been more people that don't want Shea, or more of an opinion of like Shea not winning this back-to-back MVP compared to like other people that have won back-to-back MVPs. I think like I don't know why the hatred is there more. Like it's not even like he's undeservingly being or getting
foul baiting shit, bro. It's the foul baiting shit.
I think the foul baiting, like even personally me last season in the beginning, I was one that fell to the bandwagon of it. But like it gets to a point after that he's just good.
Yeah.
Like
this is what Jalen Brunson, also renowned foul baiter, by the way, Jalen Brunson said. He was like, you know what he's gonna do. You know exactly what he's looking for. Just don't do it, and you probably win. Like,
but the thing is, the reason you have to play him that aggressively on defense is because if you don't, he's just gonna walk by you.
Yeah.
Like I want some. Like if you don't want him to take the free throws in one game, just don't even stand within 2 feet of him and see what happens. Because like in the mid range, his mid range is cash. Like a lot of the fouls he gets are because people close out too close to them in the mid range sometimes, or things like that. That's because you have to contest the mid range. If you don't contest it heavily, it's going in. Even if you do contest it, it's still gonna go in. But like you got to make it difficult, and the way to make it difficult is basically almost fouling him. So I don't like. It gets to a point. I feel like it's been too long. It's been 2 seasons of it going on. I don't think it's gonna stop. There's always gonna be someone that says it. The numbers also like are pretty like. Those in itself should shut people up. 31 points per game on like
the efficiency should really end it, bro.
56% from the
shooting as a guard,
like 38% from 3-point line. Like he's not known to be a 3-point shooter, but he's tremendously improved his 3-point shot on a lot more attempts this season, and basically 90% free throw foul shooter. Like there's really not too many weaknesses in his game, and like you said, like even if he doesn't score the ball well, like he's gonna like impact the game. Like, for example, like that's what I want Ant to do. Like, when Ant doesn't score the ball well, he's not really impacting the game sometimes. But Shea has the ways to do it, and he'll still find his ways to score. Like, a bad shooting night isn't him scoring 12 points; it's him scoring 25. Like, that's a bad night for him. So I think the conversation should be put to rest, and that's coming from someone who's a Timberwolves fan that's like hates playing the Thunder. So I don't really get the argument and the discourse over it anymore.
And again, if in my opinion, even if the Spurs catch us for the 1, Shea's just been doing it the whole season. I think Shea should get it. If they catch us, it's fine. Like it's whatever. Mm-hmm. But like if they don't catch us and he gets it, I'll actually be really upset. Like that would just be stupid.
That would be like actually like I'm not even trying to be like a Shea Glazer or anything like that. But as a fan of the NBA, like how are you not going to give the MVP to the best player in the league? Like that's just ridiculous in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I'm
not ready to say Wemby's better than Jokic either.
Yeah, like I think what Wemby, for example, we've said it a lot. Like what makes Wemby so like what people think he's so good, it's more about the potential of what he can be, and obviously more of that potential is being shown now. But it's still a lot of like what can Wemby be, and it's still a lot of defense too on one side. Like I still think he's much better of a defensive player than he is an offensive player. So like that really helps him kind of bring the gaps closer with certain other players. But he's only like 3rd season in the league, so he'll start getting a lot better.
He's gonna be the best player in the league in like 2 years. Like
100%.
It's coming. We understand. We're just saying like there's levels right now.
Yeah.
But is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
From my end, I don't think I had anything else.
I think we can close it then. We'll close it.
We will probably end our episode here. We'll probably hop back on for an episode after the Final Four is over to kind of just recap the games. We both think they'll be good games, so definitely be a lot to talk about and give you guys a preview of the national championship game, and then when we do that too, there was probably the NBA season will definitely be a lot closer to coming to the end because I think most teams have like 8-9 games left to play, so we'll probably do a little playoff and play-in kind of preview and like our end of the season awards and things like that. But until then, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Off the Dribble Pod, and we will see you guys next episode. Peace.